LeBrick's season was over, but to his surprise, things were just popping off for him. Shout out to his family for providing the support he would need, because Brick was prepared to go another season at Texas Southern, but because his last name is what it is, he was advised to go ahead and enter his name into the NBA draft with an agent. This would turn out to be the best thing for him because he was still unsure on what exactly to do. But let's be honest, he led his conference and the NCAA in rebounds and in shot percentage. And even though he was super undersized for his position, with the help of his family, NBA scouts wanted to try out the James effect. First thing first, he needed to get prepared for the NBA Combine game, where he was told that he needed to put his best foot forward and really show scouts why they should take a chance on him even though he was undersized. This was going to either make him a solid first round pick or an undrafted player, because now he was able to put on a show against higher caliber players, unlike he was able to do at Texas Southern. So after LeBrick completely destroyed the physical part of the combine, like the vertical test and the bench press, it was time to see if he could hang with the guys coming into the NBA with hopes of being drafted. Now remember, these guys played at a much higher level than LeBrick, so coming out and performing well would definitely help his case. Nevertheless, his first highlight comes off a loose ball where he quickly picked the ball up, got into scoring position, and put the first points for his team on the board. It was an easy, wide open layup, and he got back on defense like nothing happened. One great thing about being so small as a center for LeBrick was he was going to go to the free throw line a lot, and luckily for this story, he was a fairly consistent free throw shooter. So while he wasn't making or taking those jumpers, the scouts could see he was at least efficient from the free throw line, and he was getting there a lot due to his effectiveness on the board and allowing the offense second chance opportunities. One thing about the NBA level is they love the pick and roll, and due to Brick's speed and athleticism, they ran the pick and roll a lot. His big body frame allowed him to set big bodies, putting the defense way out of position, which usually meant someone was getting an easy shot up. That would usually be LeBrick 9 times out of 10, or if the ball handler kept it and missed his take, Brick comes in and cleans up the mess no problem. This was happening far too often during this game, and no one could stop him. We even see Brick with a putback dunk that really got the scouts nodding their heads in approval and writing his name down. I think the thing that impressed the scouts more than that was his build. He was a big body, super strong, athletic build, and to keep it PG, he was too strong for centers trying to guard him. Thinking that his height was going to be the reason he failed was his opponent's downfall. Getting left on an island with him was the worst thing that could happen to their draft stock. And in a more shocking turn of events, we actually see LeBrick pull up for a jumper, and to everyone's surprise, he made it. Granted, it was the only one he took, but you got to know as a shooter, seeing one go in is all that it takes to boost your confidence. But none of that stood up to his last play at the combine. Going against the giant Zach Edey, he contorts his body to put up one of the greatest and one plays the scouts had seen that week. Now, you know he had to show off that personality after that one. Now, after the performance he put on at the combine, LeBrick and his camp was excited. The phones had started to ring, which meant the scouts were impressed and they wanted a shot at getting LeBrick. Now, I don't mean Brick was a top 10 pick, but after the combine, all the mock drafts had Brick going first round, and before the combine, bro was looking like a second round or worst case scenario, undrafted. While everyone in his camp was excited, they also realized while this was a good thing, they didn't know which teams to really target because they didn't know the draft order, which means we need to get into the draft lottery and see where Brick would possibly land. The lottery was over, and here were the results. With Brick being a late first round pick, it was looking like the Utah Jazz might be his destination with the 20th pick. So his camp decided to meet with those teams from the 20th pick down. He spent a lot of time in Utah talking to GMs, owners, even got out on the court to work out for the team. I don't know if putting all your eggs in one basket was the move, but his camp was definitely doing just that. And in comes more family love as the James family continues to show their support for LeBrick, offering him his first shoe deal. He of course signed with the contract, which would now make him a Puma athlete, and they were really going to put on for Brick, giving him his first media push, putting him on the forefront of the Puma campaign that year. Contract was solid as well, offering him $7 million for 5 years and incentives like winning Rookie of the Year, which would get him his own exclusive colorway. But let's fast forward to the night of the draft, and we're going to speed up to where Brick was projected to get drafted late in the first round. And as the Utah Jazz are on the clock, LeBrick and his family were waiting for his name to be called, and that didn't happen. Utah instead went for a much taller prospect, and LeBrick was hurt for sure. Luckily, his phone rang shortly after that, and it was the GM from New Orleans. They wanted LeBrick, and that was that. LeBrick was on the family jet headed to New Orleans with a huge smile on his face. And it was contract signing time, and New Orleans was only offering 2 years at $5.36 million. And this is where all the issues with the organization and the James family begin. Brick's camp urged him to not sign the contract, but against their wishes, he went ahead and signed it anyway, because to be fair, he was just happy to be on the team. Which leads us to the Summer League, where he would have the chance to show the organization his skills even further. So the first game of the Summer League, and this was it. Brick was one step closer to the league, and he wasn't out here to make no friends, only to dominate. First play of the Summer League is a backdoor lob to Brick, and he throws it down effortlessly. It was time to put in that work. Next play, KyRah throws up some trash, and Brick is right there to clean it up, showing off his rebounding and ball hawking skills for the New Orleans fans in attendance. Brick backing down a much taller defender, showing off his footwork in the post, putting up a tough shot over the outstretched arm of the 7-foot defender. Head above the rim played as the pick and roll works to perfection. Brick goes upstairs and throws down another one. Right place at the right time as the defenders double a driving guard. Brick is left wide open on the opposite side and cashes in another easy bucket. Getting into the next game, Brick is getting to the rim for an easy bucket to get the Pelicans on the board first against Phoenix. Next play, KyRah throws a dot over multiple defenders, and of course Brick is there to throw it down. Filling in empty space on the court, Brick shows his court awareness and speed as he quickly throws up a shot before the defender can catch up to him. And speed was the name of the game this game, as Brick is wide open again on transition, making the game look way too easy. A little defensive highlight for you guys as Brick just takes the ball from a center playing in his face, and he scoops it up, runs down the court. KyRah throws him a lob. Some goofy tried to stop it and got put in the first Summer League poster this year. Brick definitely had everyone out of their seats. With this one, it was two turn in that building for sure. Now let's fast forward to the Summer League semifinals game, and Brick was a little quiet this game as for scoring, but the way he was playing was all hustle, grabbing hella rebounds, getting sent to the line. When he needed to score, he would, and do it with virtually no one around him. He got sent to the free throw line a lot, and he made the defense pay, thinking he wasn't going to put up any points. And although this was a much quieter game from him, New Orleans came out with a win, which is what Brick wanted and needed due to the early exit in March Madness tournament. This just felt like retribution for that loss. He was super excited, and so was everyone else around him. Everything was coming together for him, and it was time to lock back in for the Summer League championship. Yes, sir, a little Summer League championship action for you guys. Here we go, chat. My man LeBrick coming out doing his thing, so you know you gotta sing it for the one time. Jump ball, get it, jump ball, get it, jump ball, get it. Oh Lord, let's go get into it, man. I'm excited, you excited? Setting that screen, coming. Oh my gosh, he dropped it. How he do that? I don't know, I call it dope boy magic, but here we go, back at it again, giving it to KyRah, rolling off that young man, pump fake, got him in the air, and I like that. Already got 4 points, 2 boards, 1 assist, and look at the fast break take. Oh, getting his own board. Hey, I like the tenacity that my man's is playing with. He looking real good, and right here, give me that, and getting the board. Nice block, and then look at the trends. What are we doing here, chat? It's all right. We put it in the basket. We put it in. All right. 6 points, 6 boards. Never mind, make it 8 points, 6 boards. Fast forward is 10. Oh my! Give me that. The athleticism. You love to see it. Setting them big bodies. He shot that. That's crazy. Getting our own board though. Putting it right back up. And my man is looking good. And chat, here goes the drama, right? Offensive interference, but the coach actually takes my man's out, right? We were just getting back into the game, and he actually sits him out for the rest of the game. End up losing 90-87. I don't know what's about to happen, but stay tuned in to the story for it. They took LeBrick out late in the third and he never played in the fourth was all that was on LeBrick and his camp's mind. No way did they give him even an opportunity to have a chance at winning that game. He was sick and that really spoiled the journey for him, but one thing he learned quickly was that he couldn't worry about what happened right then. He needed to move on and look ahead, as it was time to rest up for a bit and get back to training, getting prepared for the NBA season. Now, unfortunately for LeBrick, this is where his time with the New Orleans Pelicans would end, as he gets a call from the team letting him know that he was being waived and would no longer be a part of the team. I mean, what a slap in the face, right? Not only was he robbed of a chance to win Summer League, but now it looked as if he had no future in the NBA at all. Being waived after the performance he gave was insane. Like, I could understand trading him, but to waive him was nuts. And all they told him on the phone was that they were going in a different direction. The pain that he felt from this was devastating, and Brick didn't know how to deal with the pain. Back home in California, Brick was back in his old stomping grounds, and it felt good to get away from the hustle of the league. He turned his phone off, and this was some of the best peace he found.
Nah, New Orleans fucked up for dropping you like that.
I'm not even tripping.
Well, you should be. If it was me, I definitely would have crashed out.
There's no point for real, for real. Basketball was a dream. I guess I'm back in reality now.
Yeah, and I already got some shit planned for us.
Already? You must have known this basketball shit wasn't gonna work, huh?
Nah, the whole hood believed in you. You just can't control everything, you feel me?
Yeah, I feel you. I still wanted to be a part of that shit, though.
Keep your head up. Life is too short to be worried about that. Right now, though, I'm about to go make a play. Gotta keep pushing, Brick. It's too much money out here.
Alright, fool.
Yeah.
Crazy how in one moment someone can tell you life is too short and the next second it comes true for him. LeBrick didn't take his friend's last words for granted, and you know what? Troubled times don't last always, bro. At next month, before the season was set to begin, LeBrick's camp got word that a team was interested in speaking with Brick. A team that was always interested and made a terrible mistake. This team told Brick to his face that they apologized and the route they took was a dumb one. After seeing what he proved for New Orleans in the Summer League, they knew they had a chance to make things right, especially after New Orleans fumbled who they thought was the clear Rookie of the Year. Now, they weren't making any promises to Brick, and they told him straight up he would be coming off the bench to provide a strong second presence down low. They were also very transparent about the fact that he would be playing the center position as well as the power forward position as needed. Considering they already had a very impactful young 7-foot center, they wanted Brick to fill in the gaps when needed. And after all that had happened, Brick was ready to go, and I'm pleased to say that the team that was making up for their mistake was none other than the Utah Jazz. Debut game for my mans. Yeah, Big Brick got signed to the Utah Jazz. Okay, I'm not mad at it, but y'all see Walker Kessler and John Collins are actually starting over my mans. And unfortunately, debut game is getting Jokic, and look at Big Brick sitting there waiting for his turn. And we about to jump right into it, man. Waiting patiently. You know what I mean? He ain't doing too much. Nice little board right there, kicking it out to Colin Sexton. And we pushing it again. AG is guarding us right now. And Colin Sexton throwing up some trash. That's okay. Because Mr. Cleanup Man is here. I like that. And look, we got the unfortunate task of trying to shut down Jokic. And listen, we're going to have a time with that for sure, right? Getting another board. Brick got 4 of them. And it's a little baby on me right now, so you know I got to take advantage of it, calling for it in the paint, pushing him around, drop step, throwing it down. Okay? All I'm saying is just know the name on the back of his jersey means something. Big James, big screen, coming off. Hey! And that's what you love to see. Rookie debut. Okay, stepping up on Jokic. I like that. Getting a board. passing it off, and right now looks like this is just a battle between Jokic and Brick. Woo! And that's just Jokic, bro. Like, you can't expect the world from Brick right now, but what you can expect is my man to show up and play. 8 points, 11 boards right now. Look at the block, running on the fast break, never giving up. He's wide open. You gotta give it to him. Like, you gotta give it to him. New Orleans didn't really, you know what I'm saying, they ain't using good. We ain't really seen them in the NBA setting for real. But right now we get to see them against vets, top talents, horrible closeout. And that's exactly what happens when you give Jokic too much space, right? Right here, just jumping out of his panty draws, left Jokic open again in the same spot. And we cannot be making these mistakes right now. Right here, just moving around the paint. Jokic ain't fast enough to keep up. Let's just keep it 100. You feel me? 14 points, bro. You won't believe it. 17 rebounds, pushing Jokic out of the way, getting the I was about to say that anyone at Antoine, but you know he good for them throws. He's got take. Lost the ball, marking it, giving it back to Brick. And that's a tough take. Can I get a replay, please? And that man Brick is looking good in his debut. Already has 20 boards. Time is running down. Look at that. Wait a minute. What's going on? Hey! Punching it on Jokic is crazy in the debut. Oh, my goodness. And Jokic is doing Jokic things that was high key of anyone Antoine. But we can't afford those extra points right now. It's 91-98. Look at Brick in the right place at the right time, making this a 5-point game. And right here on the inbound, Brick showing that speed, showing that ball hawkness. You feel me? New word for you, chat. Ball hawkness. 95-101, right? Marking it, pulling up, cashing outside, making this a 3-point game. Brick looking for another steal, but actually go for the foul. And right here, I'm just giving it to Laurie again. And look at Brick. Like, look at this sequence of boards, bruh. The Utah Jazz might need to start this man, bruh. Not one board, not 2 boards, but 3. And finally, he just puts it back to himself. 100-103. It's actually, unfortunately for LeBrick, it's going to be the final score, but that's a tough L to take and a crazy tough debut. My man had 26-24. Oh my goodness. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video, man. If you did, make sure you guys leave it a thumbs up, subscribe, turn on post notifications if you are new to the channel and you want to see some more LeBrick content just like this. And I got you guys, but until the next one, man. So let's move on to Ray, who has been quiet this entire time. He has been staying out of the media and draft talk for a very good reason, and that is the birth of his 2 babies. Not only that, but his relationship with his girl has gotten better and stronger as the two prepare for the future of their children. Only major problem was that Raiden didn't